Ladies and gentlemen, it's a joyful moment for me and for us because we are discussing now about the limits of our beliefs, the difference between imagination, phantasm and reality. What is objective and what is false. So stay with us those 16 minutes in order to find out a beautiful way of exploring the reality. Thank you, Mr. Mark Komissarov, author of Infovision method, to be here in Romania and to help us to learn more about who we are and how we can perceive this world. Thank you, Professor Mihaela Istrati, for being a disciple of Mark Komissarov and today helping us to see here in the studio what's Infovision real about. Yes. How do you create the Infovision method? So, is it miracle? Is it objective reality? Please, Mr. Komissarov.
Okay, a couple of words about myself.
Please.
I was born and graduated in the Soviet Union. At that time, Soviet mentality, Soviet government says there is no miracles, all is materialistic. So, yes, I'm materialist. And when I meet with something unusual, I didn't believe it. I thought it may be mistake, or counterfeit. But one time, about 16 years ago, I saw the person who can demonstrate very unusual ability. He said that he can see without using the eyes. I didn't believe it.
Impossible.
Of course.
Some fraud, something.
But I am very interested in the life around me. So we create the meeting. I come to his home. He gave me blindfold. I check it. It's impossible to cheat. He put it on his eyes and start to read book, follow me around the furniture, say what is now in a TV screen, comments to this. So I checked this blindfolded.
Yes.
It was impossible to cheat. I believe to myself. I don't believe to the miracles, but I believe to myself.
What you can touch. Yes.
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 And if I was proved that that is a reality, it's become reality for me.
Yes.
But it's become the question for me. Should I start to believe in miracle because it was no explanation of this one? Or it's no miracles? I said, no miracles. World we are living, we don't know it's for the end. We don't explain many things. It's new for us. So what I meet, it's something unknown part of the world we are living. And it's become very interesting for me to understand how it works. And if it works and it gives some benefits for us, to create methodology that can wake up this ability in the brain of any person. That was my goal.
It was not so easy for you, an engineer, to accept this way of receiving the information. It took how long to believe it? It was for the first moment?
You're absolutely right. It's difficult to believe when you cannot prove it.
Yes.
But I saw it, I checked it, next moment I understood that is a reality. It's very difficult to go something that you know it's impossible. Everybody knows that it's impossible to see without using eyes.
Of course.
Any life creatures, if it lose or it lose his eyes, he can see nothing. It's
blind as a bat, nothing.
Yes,
yes.
Everybody knows it. But 500 years ago, everybody known that sun is running around the earth. Any person can come and see in the morning sun is here, there, and sun is running around the earth. Everybody see it, it's proof. Yeah. And you know, I respect the person like Nicola Copernic, Giordano Bruno, Galileo Galilei. I think how wide it's supposed to be their mind.
Yes.
To say, no, it's not sun go around the earth, earth go around the sun. Two of them was fired, but what happened? Sun start to run around the earth? No, it's still earth around the sun. So, yes, everybody see it's impossible. Look a little bit deeper. We know not so much about our brain, about his ability. And I understood that our brain has not only 5 sense of feeling, but another 6 sense.
The 6th sense.
It can receive the information directly without using sense of feeling. Eyes, ears, and all of this one. But that was my hypothesis, let's call it hypothesis, my understanding, but I needed to prove it.
Yes.
Because I can say everything, nobody believes me, especially we can see blindfolded. So when the people ask me, what do I do in New York? I lived there about 26 years. I'm saying, you know, I have a school of miracles in New York. And people start to
laugh,
smile at me. They believe that I'm joking. And I laughed to them and say, but I'm not joking.
Yes.
In my school, I use this blindfold. It's a mask for travelers. If the travelers want to have a rest, they put this mask on the ears, on the glass.
For the
earbuds.
Yes. And relaxation. So this mask, the company says, total darkness.
Yes.
When your eyes are
Open.
So they guarantee it.
Open eyes, you see nothing.
Yes.
Inside the mask.
Of course. And when I discuss on this possibility with people, I say to them, you see this mask? Light cannot go through. It's light proof.
Yes.
So it's a physical law. Nobody discuss it. It's a law. I agree too. Any kind of life subjects can see just only when they have the eyes. It's a physiological law.
Yeah.
Nobody discuss it. It's true.
Yes.
So when physics cover physiologic, you can see nothing. It's impossible to see. But my student can do it. So it's a miracle. So they're a miracle person. I am not joking about School for Miracles.
Yeah.
But then I stop to laugh and say, no, it's not a miracle. It's a new ability of our brain that we did not know about, that we did not discover it yet. But now it's time. So I want you to check this mask.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, before our program, I try this mask and I will try it again in order to be sure that I cannot see. And now I'm with open eyes and I see nothing. It's total darkness. Now I will try to do this thing. To try to look from here. No, I have no chance. Now it is a matter of believing me because you, the viewers, are not here. But I cannot see. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So now, what my critical mind says is that, of course, this mask can have a remote control in order to change its quality. But I cannot see how this plastic can change its quality. So it's pure plastic
And
with this
sponge.
For sponge, and is nothing. Okay. So from my point of view, and this is now my problem, if, for example, Mr. Komissarov paid me in order to lie and to say, okay, you see, this is in fact a blind mask. Yes, this is, you see, ladies and gentlemen, it's a matter of opening the mind.
Exactly.
So I'm touching this. This is true for me. This is real for me, and it is my reputation here. In fact, even though I'm lying, even though I'm crazy, even though this is real. So this is real. I cannot see nothing. Nothing. Okay. Yes.
I want to say a little bit more. You know, yes, I appreciate that you prove, but it's you prove.
Yes.
It's not enough. For me, it's supposed to be proven by not the person, but for the special equipment. So I created this mask for scientists, for people who believe some equipment, not the person. That is there inside the mask. I put photodiodes.
Yeah.
Super sensitive.
So there are 3 photodiodes in for each eye. 6.
Correct.
Yes.
And they can receive the light from any other side.
Any direction from
Correct.
inside. Yes.
And these photodiodes connected with special screen.
Yeah.
Now it's light come here. You see.
Okay, so it's
numbers.
1,000 and something.
Something.
Yes.
When there is no light,
It's
zero.
Zero.
so I asked Michaela to prove that we are not cheating,
Yeah.
to take this mask for some kind of demonstration.
Okay, but please, may I look it?
Oh, yes,
before?
of
Yes,
course.
I heard. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, I have to check it also.
Yes,
So,
and
so
we'll show
I,
the screen to the
so,
camera.
of course, as I think is the same plastic with
Yeah,
the
it is the
photodiodes,
same mask.
The same mask. So, may I put it? I will
Yes,
put it myself
yes.
on
So
the eyes. It is the same sensation as with the
and
thirst mask.
I'm showing the screen to the camera.
Okay,
It's
so
zero.
now, supposing that I have to look at something or I can see nothing, I try like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I try to cheat in each kind of position,
It's still zero.
but it's nothing. And here it's the light. It's very high, so I cannot see nothing. Supposing nothing, and it is zero on the screen.
Yes, yes, it is zero.
Of course. And now it is. You see another light.
Yes, light come here.
Ladies and gentlemen, for me, I can believe it now that Professor Mihaela Istrati is blind in total darkness, so she cannot see with
Zero.
the eyes. So about the position of the mask, can he put it to be sure that she covered the nose, because I cannot see that. Okay. Maybe to put it, to arrange it a little bit.
You see, that is
It is
proving
okay.
zero.
Okay. It is proving zero.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So we have here some colored paper. We started with this. I will put it like here. So, and I will ask Professor Istrati to tell me the color.
Okay, the first one is yellow.
Yellow.
Again yellow. Green.
Just a moment.
Red.
You see, I'm randomly trying to change the color. I don't know even myself what color I will take.
Red. Red. Yellow. Green. Blue. Orange. Yellow.
From now on is
Blue.
I want you to stop it for a
Yes.
moment.
Please.
I want to pay you attention of the position of your head.
Yes.
You know, you keep the colors paper there. Her eyes are looking somewhere here. She did not look through the mask. She did not receive the information using her eyes. She received the information, this part of your head.
But supposing I'm staying like this, yes, it is difficult. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking like the chickens are looking like this in the side. Yes, although I may look like this but it's very uncomfortable. So you inside, please, Professor Istrati, your eyes, as you are feeling, are looking straight away, or how do you feel it? Please.
My impression is that eyes are moving inside, but because I cannot watch my eyes, it may as well be an illusion.
Okay, okay.
But if I were to look with my eyes, of course my face would have to be turned directly to.
Yes.
It would make no sense to stay like this and force my eyes look
Of
like
course,
that.
That now a critical mind and a closed mind will say, okay, how can he see? He see maybe and we are trying to find an escape where the light is coming on, even though it is zero indication. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So.
Okay, you will continue?
No, just to end it, please, if you can read.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is supposed to be. Okay.
Shall we see to the camera? That's
Yes, of
zero.
course.
Okay.
It's minus.
Minus.
It's less than
Okay.
zero.
Okay.
So you put another
Yes.
colored paper,
Now.
yeah?
Did you do it?
Yeah. No. Now I'm looking now. Please.
Okay, so now is yellow.
Yellow. Sorry, I want to take another from the middle.
Orange,
Yes.
yellow, green, yellow,
Yes. Green.
No, she said yellow.
Yellow.
I said
Okay.
yellow, yeah.
No.
Okay, now,
Now,
now
it's
again green.
Okay, thank you. So, a question: if the subject, thank you, Professor Istrati.
Thank you.
You see, it's when
Okay,
it's
it's now
on
light.
here.
Okay, it's
Now
it's
it's
now
light.
light. If somebody asks, can you read it by looking directly to the subject of experiment? So you are staying like this. I don't know nothing about the method, but if you stay like this, can you see? Because you're telling that the information is receiving on one side. It is one side, this side only, or it can be also this side, or what you observe from
You
the...
know, when we received any kind of information using our regular sense of feeling,
Yeah,
we made it mostly comfortable for us.
yes,
If I want to see you, my eyes looking at you. If I want to see Professor Michaela, I turn my eyes to her.
of course. This is natural.
I'm supposed to be receive the information in mostly comfortable way for me. So for her, because she not use her eyes, for her it's easier to turn this to turn the head this way. She received the information this. How it happened, how it works, I don't know yet.
Okay, okay.
That is the reason why I'm working with scientists.
Yes.
They're supposed to explain it using their equipment and all of this.
And maybe this is the moment that we kindly ask Professor Enrico Pierangelo. Professor Enrico Pierangeli, it's neurosurgeon from Italy, also with many competence in neurology and also oncology. As I know, he was a professor in the Bar University and also conduct many neurosurgery. And now we are trying to hear Professor Pierangeli, can you hear me please? And welcome to our program from Italy.
Thank you for calling. Best wishes to everybody.
Thank you.
Please, Professor, can you tell us your professional background?
I was the director of a department of neurosurgery in the hospital of Taranto, which is a large town in southern Italy near Bari in Apulian.
Yes.
Before this, I was doing some learning and training at University of California, San Francisco in neuro-oncology, and some training in mini-invasive neurosurgical techniques at University of Mainz, Germany. And I keep printing, publishing, and presenting papers and conferences on neurosurgery and neurosciences.
Thank you, Professor. Please tell us your first impressions about Infovision.
Well, a very simple consideration which was appealing to me and maybe to people listening your program is that the dreams of people which are born blind are with images and colors. So should be a different way of perception, which is not only what we consider the vision through the eyes. I hope my English is good enough for you.
We can understand you excellent. Thank you, Professor.
Okay, so I was interested in the technique of Mark Komissarov because may help to open a new way of perception which is in the human being but probably is not used, probably, as many other functions of our brain, because everybody of us knows that our brains have so many potentiality that are not fully understood and not fully used. So with the experience of students that attended the courses about Infovision made by organized by Mark Komissarov, we asked to some of their students to participate as a voluntary to some scientific test, which was organized in cooperation with the Laboratory of Quantistic Physics in Bari, directed by Professor Elio Conte. So we got the cooperation of 5 students with good training with Mark Komissarov, and we asked these voluntary people, the average education of these people was degree. There was also a lady doctor and a commercialist, a teacher of school. So was the age was around 50 mostly, with a young doctor, which she was 24. She was the only young one in the group. So these voluntary people were asked to read names and colors coming out on the computer, prepared on a program by Professor Elio Conte, and they were not been exposed to these names or colors before, and they were asked to do so wearing a mask, a black mask, very thick. This mask was having inside some photometers to measure the photons, so the quantity of light. And the photometer was measuring 0. This means that there was no light entering the mask, and the eyes of these people cannot receive any light, but they were reading names and colors. After that, we duplicate somewhat the experiment in a more different, more complicated way. Okay, then we duplicate the experiment with cameras having inside, cioè cameras organized inside the mask. So the black mask was having 2 cameras inside, and they were with some kind of television connection. They were showing us the pupils of the peoples during the experiments. The pupils were fully dilated, which doctors, they call this fully mydriatic pupils. So when the pupil is fully dilated means that there is no light, and the eyes try to enlarge at maximum to help, if there are some photons, to help them entering. But when this fully mydriatic pupils means that there is no light at all. And the voluntary people also, during this measurement with cameras inside the mask, they were against reading names and colors on the computer of Professor Elio Conte. During both the experiments, the one with photometer and the one with cameras inside the mask, the electroencephalogram was recorded for all the patients, and the analysis of the wave patterns was done by a neurologist which is dedicated to electroencephalogram, which, as you know, is not my field. I do mostly surgery, mostly neurosurgery. So Dr. Paolo Panarali went through the electroencephalograms. He analyzed the wave patterns, and we will have a meeting in a few days, because the paper is almost ready and will be published soon. So we are in the hope to offer to the scientific community a study on this topic, which could be a contribution to help understanding the possibility of human brain, which probably is not just related to vision, but is related to information, generally speaking, which means knowing what is going on. It's not only vision. So it's really an enlarging field, and studies are going on this topic, and in different parts of the world with different techniques. And we should be grateful to Mark Komissarov for having organized some kind of a school, because he does courses about that. He's the only one doing courses on this. And during these courses, it seems that also some patient which was blind start to see something. At least they start to see lights and so. And going on with training, we hope to have better results.
Professor, can you tell us first information that about the brain waves? In what kind of brain waves do you record it during the experiment mainly?
The brain waves, alpha waves, beta waves, theta waves, and so on, were recorded on the voluntary people before starting the reading with the blind mask, and during. And the evaluation is made by Professor Paolo Panarale, a neurologist, according to the computerized data.
Yes.
I I remember that the waves coming out were the waves very similar to what is happening in people that are reading with normal lights. But to enter in these details, I think it's better that
We wait.
scientific information is done by people more competent in the field, just to be correct.
Professor Enrico Pierangeli, thank you very much for being here from Italy to Bucharest, Romania, in order to understand that we are dealing with one of the most important and maybe amazing discovery of this century.
Best wishes to you. Thank you for diffusing information, because I hope that people will get more happy knowing that they can do. And it's not only vision, but just information. People can use our brain better.
Thank you again, Professor. Thank you.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye. Yes, so we have the first scientific proof of the method. Do it in a quantum physics laboratory. And still, I'm sure that even now, some viewers cannot believe in it. And they can say, okay, they are hand in hand with the laboratory, and it's a matter of, for example, being renowned in the world. But this is already a schizoparanoid way of thinking.
This is, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Please.
This is one of the reasons why we would like to somehow duplicate, or maybe even totally different experiment, it doesn't matter, in other parts of the world. Because, okay, if you have only one team of specialists, then people may say, oh, you've arranged things. But you have one team in Italy, one team in Romania, one team wherever else.
Of course. And I know that you're open to start a study in the Faculty of Psychology and Educational Science, even in Spiru Haret University from Bucharest. And I know that you agree that tonight your conference in Spiru Haret University, in order to be the first, our first contact, let's say, in exploring the method.
I want to say a couple of words about Professor Michaela Strati. She was my student, very good, very talented student. After this, she had a special education, how to use my methodology and how to teach others.
Yes.
She is a licensed trainer, and she is working not only when I come, but she started to work independently, do excellent job. And I want you to ask something. I explain why I ask you to do it. The professor Enrico Pierangeli said that it's not only information, visual information.
Yes.
It's another interesting things happened with the people when this Center of Information start to work. So I asked Professor Strati to say a little bit about our unusual things that we discovered here in Romania.
Please.
Yes, we've had many already interesting cases here in Romania. I will be talking about them because they were here. There are others around the world, but so far we know Infovision can help with vision, of course, that's the most obvious connection, but it can also help with hearing, with logopedic problems, with IQ, it increases the IQ, so with dyslexia, so kind of no connection in between these issues. These we've noticed in time, and we were thinking that is that all it can do, or is there more to it? And if so, what part of the brain can do all of this? Because if you think, oh, he repaired vision, then immediately your mind goes to eyes. If it repaired, and so on and so forth. So in trying to explore other issues that Infovision may help, I start looking for information to see if that was only an idea I got, or only a hope, a wish, or
Yes.
it can really happen. So we had this luck to have in Brasov a gentleman coming for the seminar. He came for the regular benefits of the seminar, seeing blindfolded, receiving the information. But after the first day of second level, which is the one where we learn to wear the mask, he came back to the seminar and told us that, you know, overnight I felt something was happening in my left brain, and I didn't tell you yesterday that I have a problem. He had a surgery 9 years before, probably, where something happened and his right hand could not be brain surgery, but left brain surgery.
Left connected with the right hand.
Exactly, yeah. So after the surgery went okay, but he couldn't use his right hand any longer. And the doctor said, forget about your right hand, you will be able to do only little things. Don't count on it anymore, start using your left one. And after the first session of second level, in the evening when they got home, him being actually a right-hand person, preparing dinner, his wife noticed that he was slicing the bread using his right hand, which he hadn't done for 9 years, right before the surgery.
So he recovered?
He recovered, yes, after the first session only. And
incredible side effect?
Exactly.
Yes.
So he came back next day and discussed with us, would it be an effect of that? Would it be a coincidence? We tried to understand things. But then I got more courageous and said, okay, so this one works. Let's try to find a more severe case where we cannot say it was a coincidence.
Yes.
So now we have another gentleman in Suceava,
yes,
who during birth, labor process, because it was difficult, doctors had to take him out with forceps. So they must have pushed some neurons there on, again, left brain. So for his entire life, he's 38 now.
yeah.
He couldn't use at all the right side of the body. The
right side.
the hand
all
stays
the
like
right,
this. Yes, the leg
the
is
leg
shorter, 3 centimeters shorter, and the knee he cannot bend. Of course, he's got problems with speaking. He's not coherent, just words, not sentences. His IQ is not clear, let's say, not low but not high, it's unclear. He's been to school but couldn't necessarily integrate. He's graduated 8 classes only.
Yes.
He's got invalidity degree, so he's staying at home with allowance.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we only have 15 minutes, so we have to hurry a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, after the first session of wearing the mask, he immediately was able to stretch his hand to the end.
So
side.
After the first session?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So within first session means, but how long time? 1 hour, 2 hours?
Let me say a couple of words.
Please.
You know, our explanation. When we activate this new ability in our brain,
Yeah.
what happens? Scientist says that we use our brain just only for 8–10%.
Yeah.
The activation of new center in our brain invite extra cells of brain for the active working.
Yeah.
For example, it was 10%, now it's just only +5, 15.
Yeah.
It's 1.5 times more.
And they can compensate the functions. Yes.
Great, you understand general idea. Brain receive
Have
this
the
extra
plasticity,
cells
yes.
and it use it for the way that he decide it's better, and it's really miracle happens.
Yes.
Sorry that I break your speech.
Shall we proceed now to the
Yes.
second moment of practice?
Yes.
So we have here some plastic glasses, 3 colors. Yes.
Yeah, now it's 0.
Okay.
So it's 0. So of course I have to put it, maybe to change a little bit the
Sure.
position, because you was there and you saw it.
I'm seeing it now as
You
well.
see-
So
Of course, but still.
yeah, at least to be a different one.
Yes. So please, now, can you give me blue,
It would fall down.
red,
Again, it would fall down.
yellow?
Yellow is on top.
Okay. Please, another yellow.
It's down there, down there.
Oh. Red,
Yeah. Red can be done.
red again.
Impossible.
Blue,
Blue, yes.
yellow,
No, it falls down.
red, blue again, red.
It falls down. Oh, no, we've got this
Just
one.
another, yes. A blue one again.
There's no blue anymore.
Okay, it's enough, ladies and gentlemen. It's of course. So, yeah, no doubt. And again, please, can you give me now the mask again?
Oh, sure.
Yes. So
Be careful, it's a wire, had some limited.
now
Yeah, now
I am
it's
putting
light.
yes, and
You put it down.
you was staying like this. So I suppose now to see in this direction.
And that is 0.
Is 0. Supposing that I am putting like this the mask. No,
Oh,
no,
if you put
no
it in
chance.
this, yes, yeah.
Yeah,
If you try to make any hole, it will be immediately.
I try to make a hole
Yeah,
here.
yeah, it was 25, 12, yeah, no.
Yes, we can read the light there now,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
example.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
of course. So even though, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot see, I can see nothing here. No.
Okay,
Yes.
take it out.
If you agree now, we'll see and maybe comment a little bit the images from the experiment run by Professor Elio Conte in Laboratorio di Fisica Quantistica.
Right.
Yes, so I will kindly ask my colleague to run the movie. Yes, that's so. Deci filmul o să vă când o să puteți. So here we have Professor Elio Conte. Yes.
Monitorando i soggetti sia per quanto riguarda l'heart rate variability, e cioè la modulazione sul ritmo cardiaco da parte del sistema nervoso autonomico, sia registrando le EEG in 3 condizioni sperimentali. Nel primo caso abbiamo registrato le EEG di base, cioè con un soggetto a riposo e occhi chiusi, quantificando le bande cerebrali fondamentali e in particolare le alfa. Nel secondo caso abbiamo registrato le EEG chiedendo al soggetto che leggesse alcuni numeri che erano proiettati sul monitor di un computer e selezionati con un software studiato ad hoc perché i numeri apparissero in modo random, e anche in quel caso abbiamo effettuato registrazione dell'attività cerebrale e delle relative bande coinvolte. Nel terzo caso abbiamo messo al soggetto una maschera davanti agli occhi. La maschera era dotata all'interno di 2 fotocamere riguardanti rispettivamente sia l'occhio destro sia l'occhio sinistro e funzionante mediante aventi infrarossi. A questo punto intanto abbiamo verificato in primo luogo che gli occhi del soggetto erano totalmente al buio, quindi abbiamo per 3 volte registrato le immagini sia con la fotocamera diciamo, irradiata dal raggio infrarosso sia in assenza di raggio infrarosso, verificando appunto che gli occhi del soggetto erano assolutamente a buio. In queste condizioni sperimentali siamo andati abbiamo chiesto al soggetto di leggere la medesima sequenza numerica che era stata precedentemente proiettata quando aveva invece la possibilità con la luce di poter leggere liberamente. Dico la stessa sequenza nel senso che veniva generata con lo stesso meccanismo random del software, e noi anche in questo caso, mentre il paziente, il soggetto leggeva i numeri che apparivano nel monitor, abbiamo registrato le EEG e quantificato le relative bande cerebrali di interesse.
5, 8, 4, 7, 4, 3,
Which is a very important moment of the experiment.
8,
We may see the Mydriatic effect.
2,
So it's total darkness
Il
and
risultato soddisfacente è che in condizione, quando i due occhi erano in condizione di buio totale, verificato attraverso i due televisori, tra l'altro, che monitoravano diciamo, costantemente anche l'occhio e quindi la condizione della pupilla. Ecco, il fatto centrale che è emerso è che, particolarmente per le alfa, ma adesso andremo poi ad una elaborazione più accurata, in condizione di buio totale l'attività alfa appunto era totalmente differente sia nei valori medi che nei valori di picco rispetto al caso in cui invece il soggetto aveva facoltà di leggere sottoposto ad adeguata luminosità.
yes, thank you to Professor Elio Conti. Beautiful experiment. So we are waiting for them to publish the first scientific paper on Infovision. Yes, and I think this will be the start of opening our minds to another kind of reality. We have, I think, 8 minutes now. Maybe to conclude the experimental part of our program with the third reading, which is the most complex, let's say, because we have words also. So in order to be obsessive, please give me again the mask. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not believing that I'm doing this, but still it is important that you know that it is very difficult to me to play a role now. I'm telling that what I feel, that this is real. So it's total darkness, total darkness. So supposing I'm putting like this the mask.
Yeah, it changed while you were changing
we have
the mask.
readings. Yes, I can see nothing. I'm blind like a bat. Yes, thank you. Sorry for doing this, but this is our critical mind always fighting with us. Don't believe they are lying to you. This is not real. Yes.
Yes. Now
So we are zero. So I will mix the words and I will keep it in this position. Yes.
Okay. Kovor.
Kovor.
Lumină. Covor. Pahar. Upside down soare.
Oh.
Soare, right position now. Succes. Natură.
just a moment.
Lumina upside down.
Yes, I try to create a strange situation, but I cannot.
Fericire.
Yes, this is very important now. I am happy that I can witness this this thing.
Hovor. Pahar in a sleeping position.
In sleeping position. Oh, this is new. Thank you. I want to have a sleepy glass.
Maybe later on. Lumina.
Yes, I think it, ladies and gentlemen, it is obviously that nobody can guess. This, and we finish with the word light. We need light in order to accept and to know that we are involving in a process of progress, we human beings.
Right.
And maybe is now the first moment to accept that the reality can change for us. And as I see it now, witnessing this, I think your discovery, it's like Copernicus' discovery.
Yeah.
It is revolutionary, yes, because for the first time we can speak in public of these things, and we can test ourselves. So this is important, ladies and gentlemen. So if somebody would like to explore this possibility can learn from Mihaela Istrati the method in Romania here, and can explore. Maybe some other universities would like to do some tests similarly to Professor Elio Conte. So
Yes,
you're open to this.
Of course.
This is, I think, the most important thing, that you're open to be in a laboratory.
Definitely.
Yes.
And I want to say, connection with scientists, I divided two parts. First, I supposed to prove that that is a reality.
Yes.
And it was done by Elio Conte and Enrique Peranjo, and I hope maybe in Romanian we do the same. Just proof. And when it's proved, we can take another part, search it, to explain, to search our brain, what part of the brain, eye and white, where is direct.
Yes.
Yes. So it's very
entirely
interesting.
new field of research.
Exactly.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. It's just the beginning.
Yes, just the beginning of I hope that this program will be watched, and starting from this program, the laboratories from Bucharest, they have the capacities of the Italian laboratory to replicate the experiment in the same conditions. Yes. Thank you very much for this possibility of testing our limits, the limits of
Yes.
our thinking and our mind. This is, in fact, have implication in all our lives.
Exactly.
Yes.
Agree.
Yeah. Thank you again, and hope to see you in another program.
It was a pleasure for me, and I believe for Professor Istrati. And we will appreciate your next invitation. We will say about news in this field and maybe discuss something. So thank you very much for the invitation.
Thank you again, Professor
Thank you.
Mihaela Istrati.
Thank you
you
too.
again, Mr. Engineer Marko Komissarov, author of Infovision technique, a revolutionary method and way of looking to reality.